Hey boys and girls, today we're going to read a story called Whistle for Willie. And this is going to be realistic fiction, a made-up story that could happen. Realistic fiction, a made-up story that could happen. Realistic fiction, a made-up story that could happen. So it's a made-up story that could really happen in real life. Like I could make up a story about finding like $100 bill out at Walmart. Didn't happen because I'm sitting here reading this video right now. But I can make up a story about it, about things that really can happen. A lot of times when we write in our journals and things, sometimes we like to make up stories if that's what the teacher lets us do. And we may make up stories that really could happen to us in real life, that don't have magic and animals that talk and things like that. So we're going to read Whistle for Willie by Ezra Jack Keats. He is the author and the illustrator. Ezra Jack Keats wrote and illustrated books for children. When Mr. Keats was a boy, he drew pictures on the kitchen table. His mother was so proud that she kept the art rather than wash the table. Aww. I wouldn't try that at home though, kids, I'm just saying. Not a good idea. Whistle for Willie by Ezra Jack Keats. So it looks like we have a little boy and then we have a little dog. I wonder which one's Willie. We'll have to read and find out. I love the colors in this story. They're so pretty. Oh, how Peter wished he could whistle. He saw a boy playing with his dog. Whenever the boy whistled, the dog ran straight to him. It was a long time before I could whistle, guys, and I'm still not great at it. Peter tried to whistle, but he couldn't. So instead, he began to turn himself around. Around and around he whirled, faster and faster. And when he stopped, everything turned down and up. And up and down and around and around. Why does all this stuff look so wild? Because whenever you spin around and around and around and around, you get dizzy, don't you? And that's kind of what things look like. So now I think we know that this guy, what's his name? His name is Peter. So we know his name is Peter because it says Peter tried to whistle. He's the only one on the page, so it has to be Peter. And he just makes himself dizzy, because that's one thing he can do is go around and around and around. Peter saw his dog Willie coming. Quick as a wink, he hid an empty carton lying on the sidewalk. Wouldn't it be funny if I whistled? Peter thought. Willie would stop and look all around to see who it was. Peter tried again to whistle, but still he couldn't. So Willie just walked on. Do you think Peter's going to keep trying to whistle? Yeah. Do you think Willie would have stopped if he'd heard that noise? Yeah, I think he would have. Peter got out of the carton and started home. On the way, he took some colored chalks out of his pocket, and he drew a long line right up to his door. Look at his long line. It goes all the way up there. He stood there, and he tried to whistle again. He blew until his cheeks were tired, but nothing happened. He went into his house and put on his father's old hat to make himself feel more grown up. He looked into the mirror to practice whistling. Still no whistle. He won't give up, Willie. He keeps trying and trying. He thinks maybe his dad's hat will make him feel older that he could whistle. When his mother saw what he was doing, Peter pretended that he was his father, and he said, "I've come home early today, dear. Is Peter here?" And his mother answered, "Why, no, he's outside with Willie." "Well, I'll go out and look for them," said Peter. He's trying to talk like his dad. First, he walked along a crack in the sidewalk. Then he tried to run away from his shadow. There's his shadow. He jumped down off his shadow. I'm sorry, I made a mistake, so I'm going to go back and read that again. He jumped off his shadow, but when he landed, they were together again. What? Look at that. As soon as he came back down, boom, there they were again. He came to the corner where the carton was. And who should he see but Willie the dog? Getting Willie a cutie. I just love him. He's so cute. And Peter's so cute too. Peter scrambled under the carton. He blew. And he blew. And suddenly, out came a real whistle. Willie stopped, and he looked around to see who it was. Uh-oh. Did it finally work? After all that trying, he finally made a whistle. Look, he's coming out from under the box. "It's me," Peter shouted, and stood up. Willie raced straight to him. Look, there it goes. Willie heard him and is coming to him. His dreams are coming true. And look what he's doing here. Peter ran home to show his father and his mother what he could do. They loved Peter's whistling, and so did Willie. Look how pretty and sweet. He's probably whistling a tune. Peter's mother asked him and Willie to go on an errand to the grocery store. An errand is like a small trip. He whistled all the way there, and he whistled all the way back. I told you Miss Lewis is not a great whistler. But anyway, I think if we could learn anything from this story, the theme would be to keep trying and trying until what you want to do until you're able to do it. Okay? Love you guys. Hope you love this story. So, see you soon. Bye.